Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is one that I've been working on for over a week now, and that is completing 100 farming contracts in the new farming guild. If you guys didn't know, yes, there is a new farming guild in the game. It came out with the Kebow Lowlands update, which came out about a week and a half ago. So for me, January 10th of 2019. And one of the cool things about it is that it came out with these things called farming contracts, which you can get from Guildmaster Jane here in the farming guild. So the farming guild can be found in the Kebow Lowlands, or just pretty much the northwestern part of Zaya, all the way over here. And the quickest way to get here is either to use the fairy ring to Mount Garulm, or you have a farming guild teleport on the skills necklace, which you can use as well. In order to get 100 contracts done in just over a week, I did 60 contracts on this account, Bond Waster, my Iron Man, and then 40 contracts on my main account, Soup, just so I can get it done in a week, because it's actually quite a bit of contracts. So if you guys want to see the loot from the 100 farming contracts, I will put a timestamp right now on the video to go to the part of the video. If you guys want to sort of understand how farming contracts work and where the stuff is in the guild, I'm going to explain that right now to you guys if you want to get into farming contracts and start them, which if you guys are an Iron Man, you definitely should. And if you're a main account, you might as well, get that farming XP and then get some nice money potentially out of the contracts. The farming guild is split into 3 separate tiers. You have here on the eastern side, the beginner tier, which requires 45 farming, the intermediate tier on the western side, which requires 65 farming. And then here in the north, we have the advanced tier, which requires 85 farming. If we head to the beginner tier over here, you can see we have a flower patch, a bush patch, 2 allotment patches, and then a cactus patch. Here in the intermediate tier, we have a tree patch, a herb patch, and then we have the new patch for the new plants, the new seeds that are in the game, the Addis seed, which increases the yield of farming patches, the Iazar seed, which decreases the chance of farming patches from becoming diseased, and then the Chronos seed, which provides a chance for the farming patches to actually skip a growth stage, which pretty much just makes them grow a bit faster. In this case, I have an Addis plant right now, which, like I said, increases the yield of the farming patches. Down here in the cave, we have something else as well. If we enter the cave, this is where you can plant the new Hesperia seed, which actually is a boss you can fight. So if we harvest this Hesperia right now, it's a farming boss that we can technically fight and get a couple of the new drops. For example, the bottomless compost bucket, which you can store ultra compost in, another compost in as well. So that's in the intermediate tier. And now we head to the advanced tier. Here in the advanced tier, we have a spirit tree patch, a fruit tree patch, and then the Celastris tree patch. If you harvest the Celastris tree, you get Celastris branches, which you can then use a knife on and turn into battle staves. And then over here on the western part of the guild in the advanced tier, we have the new Redwood tree patch, which is the biggest tree patch in the game. It takes about 108 hours to grow, I believe, at the moment, which is a long time. But when you finish it, it's actually, of course, it's massive, and you get quite a bit of XP for harvesting and checking the tree, which is very nice. So those are the tiers of the guild, and pretty much that's all you really need to know when you are doing these farming contracts, where the separate stuff is that you have to plant. Okay, so let's start off by completing one of these farming contracts, and I'm going to show you guys what you get for actually completing one. So Guildmaster Jane said that she wanted me to plant a cactus in the easy part over here in the farming guild. So as you guys can see, up in the north here, I actually planted this cactus a while back, so I can just check the health of it now, and then it should say that I completed the contract. There you go, you complete a farming contract. You should return to Guildmaster Jane. I can also pick the spines here, of course. Got to get that payment for the yew tree. So I've done all of that. Now the thing is, if you guys have checked something once, you can't check it again to complete another contract. So you pretty much always have to clear it out and plant a new one if you want it to be used for another contract. So we're going to get rid of that one. I'll plant either a cactus or a potato cactus there after I check what the next contract is. So that one's done. Let me quickly note these spines. And then we're going to head back to Jane, and she will give us a reward for completing the contract. So we just right-click contract, you completed it, and there is a seed pack for us. Now, she's actually going to ask you right now to complete another contract if you want another one to get done. And when you ask for another contract, you're going to have 3 options. You're going to have the hard tier, so the level 85, level 65, and level 45. If you guys have level 85 plus farming, of course, try to do the level 85 contract. If not, 65, if not, 45. So we're going to ask for a level 85 contracts, and she's going to say, do you want some poison ivy berries, which I do believe I already have planted. So if you guys get lucky like I just did, if you have pre-planted anything, you can just check the health of what you were assigned to plant and go back to her and instantly complete another contract. That's the benefit of pre-planting anything here, because like I said, you guys can plant anything you want at any time. So as long as you have the harvest option or check health or whatever, you can complete that farming contract. Unfortunately, I didn't replant my poison ivy bush, so I would have to replant this one and then wait for it to grow and then finish my contract. But let's say, for example, you guys don't want to grow this because it takes too long and you want to complete a farming contract right away. What you guys can actually do is you can go to a lower tier of contracts. So we're going to go back to her. I'm going to right click her and I'm going to say, what's my current farming contract? She's going to say, you need poison ivy berries. And I can say, well, I want something easier. Do you have anything easier? So I talk to her again and she says yes. And we're going to go down one tier. So we had a hard contract and now we're going down to a medium contract. And she says, can you grow some snapdragon for us? So that actually doesn't take that long to grow. Growing herbs here is very nice because they don't take a long time to finish growing. And then you actually, of course, get the herbs from them. And then you can complete the farming contract. So since she just assigned us some snapdragons, let's go to the bank. I'm going to pull out some snapdragon seeds. I have luckily 5 of them, thank God. And then since the herb patch is in the intermediate tier, we're going to head to the intermediate tier over here. I have some herbs here already planted, so I'm going to get rid of these and then plant the snapdragon seed. And I will start recording again once I finish that. So we're going to plant this seed and it's going to take about an hour to finish. So once we're done, or once this is done growing, we'll come back in an hour and harvest it for the next farming contract completion. So that's done. And I'm going to show you guys what you get from the seed pack. So the seed pack, again, it depends on what contract you completed. If you guys have done the hard contract, the loot from this will be, of course, the best. If you do the medium, it's going to be still good. And easy, even though the easy technically seems like it wouldn't be good, the easy contracts still give you pretty decent loot. So this, I believe, was a medium contract. So let's just open it up. And you can instantly see we get a, I mean, look how many seeds you get. That is 9 different seeds from one contract, which I think the cactus didn't take that long to complete anyway. So I will take that any day of the week. We have, what do we have? 7 snape grass, 1 snapdragon, 2, wait, this is from a medium contract. This is like one of the best contracts I've ever gotten, and it happens to be on the video. 2 renars, a snapdragon, 7 snape grass, and that's right there, 186k. That's actually amazing. 3 teaks, 2 willows, 4 irits. What? 5 potato cactus? 200k right there from one contract, which that's pretty busted if you ask me. That's kind of crazy. You can get that many seeds just from growing a cactus in the farming guild. And that right there pretty much is the premise of a farming contract. You talk to Jane, she assigns you something, you either check the health if you have it grown already, or plant it, wait for it to finish, and then check the health, talk to her again, and get yourself a seed pack. So if you guys want to be efficient with this, like I was saying, you got some pre-plant things. So for example, in the intermediate tier here, I have a magic tree pre-planted just in case if she ever assigns me a magic tree, then I have it done already. I can instantly check it and get my seed pack. So having this stuff pre-planted really helps so you don't have to constantly wait for your stuff to grow. So over here, you know, I have the magic tree, I have snape grass here, watermelons, my limpwort right here. And then up here in the north, I have my celastris tree, which is pre-planted, the spirit tree, palm tree, and then my redwood is growing. So if you guys want to know what to grow for your level, if you're level 85 plus, you know, you can ideally plant all the things that are required for a hard contract. I will leave a linky to the OSRS wiki page for the farming contracts because they explain exactly what you need for each tier of farming contract. And then based off what your level is or what you can plant, you can pre-plant these things and hope that that's what you get assigned from Guild Master Jane. So that is it for the farming contracts. If you guys have any questions on anything in the farming guild or farming contract related, please leave them in the comment section below and let's get to the loot from the 100 seed packs. Like I said earlier, I split the contracts between this account Soup and my Iron Man Bond Waster, and over here on the side of my Runelake client in the notes section, I kept track of every single seed and contract I completed. So 100 contracts, I did 79 hard contracts, 14 medium contracts, and 7 easy contracts. And as you guys can see, we got a lot of seeds. They can give you pretty much any type of seed imaginable. It's actually crazy how good these contracts are. Like I said, I highly recommend doing them if you guys aren't doing them already. So we're gonna start with the herb seeds, head to the tree seeds, and then go to the unique seeds, and after that, do the birdhouse and the random seeds, which is what I like to call them because these are kind of useless, but I figured I'd show you guys what they all add up to anyway. I'm also going to show you guys how much farming XP I have banked from getting all these seeds. So let's say I'm going to plant every single seed here. How much farming XP am I going to have banked from completing 100 of these contracts? Again, it's not exactly 100 hard contracts, but it is 100 total contracts, with most of them being hard contracts. So let's get to the loot. How much did I make from a total, and how much XP do I have banked? Starting off with the herb seeds, the most expensive ones were the 4 Torstals, 9 Snapdragons, and 17 Renars, and the ones I got the most were 269 Irid seeds, which all added up to 2,020,000 GP. I have to say that the Irid seeds are the most popular seeds you can get from hard, medium, and easy contracts, so quite a bit of herbs. Next up, we have the tree and fruit tree seeds, which are some of the most expensive seeds we can get, and they added up to a total of 4.3 million total GP from these contracts. Absolutely crazy. The best ones we got were the dragon fruit, papaya, palm, magic, mahogany, maple, redwood, teak, yew, and the 1 spirit seed. Next up, we have the unique seeds and the bush and cactus patch seeds, which added up to a total of 1.5 million GP. The only ones I couldn't fully show are the 6 Hesperia seeds because I planted them and they're also not tradable. But the Celastris tree, the potato cactus, snape grass, and of course the poison ivy and white berries all added up to quite a bit of GP. And lastly, we have the bad seeds and the birdhouse seeds, so the ones I really don't care that much about, but I can use some of them for birdhouses, which is nice. And the only one that had any sort of value are the wild blood seeds, which we actually got 472 of, so at least we got some value out of that. But those are the other seeds we got from the rest of the contracts. If we add up the total of all the seeds that I got, it adds up to 6,112,932 GP, which is quite a bit of GP just for a week's work here doing farming contracts. Now, if you're a main account, of course, you're looking at the value of the seeds, which of course is over 6 million, which is pretty decent. But if you're an Iron Man, you're looking at the type of seeds you got. And you know, if the secondaries you can get from those seeds are good for herblore, or if you get the good XP when doing farming, of course. And I have to admit, for a main account, it seems worth it. And for an Iron Man, it seems especially worth it. So I am on a website called Calcusource, and it'll let you check your stored XP for certain skills. So everything I got from the farming contracts, I've input into this website. I have all the herb seeds, which are mainly just estimates here. And then I have the fruit and tree, and of course the spirit, calcot, mahogany, teak, all that stuff as well. Now the tree, or the site, I should say, actually has not updated everything yet. So over here on the notepad file, I have my Celastris, Hesperia, dragon fruit, and redwood. And I've also put in the apple, banana, and orange as well because they don't have that on this site. And all these seeds add up to a total of 653,000 total XP if I plant and check all of them. And then down here, total, you can see that from those seeds we've gotten from the seed packs, we've gotten 3.5 million stored XP. So 1 week of work doing these contracts between 2 accounts, I managed to store 3.5 million total XP. Now again, the chance of me doing planting every single seed here is pretty low, seeing as the time it takes to grow and then check all of them is very, very low. But I figured that was a number you guys might appreciate. 3.5 million total XP stored, which is pretty awesome. All right, guys, well, that's going to finish out the video. Thank you guys all for watching this far. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like on the video and leave your comments on what you think of the farming guild and all of the farming contracts. My boy Brad the Bloodhound here following me. Thank you guys all for watching. Again, if you guys have any questions or anything else you want to know about the loot I got or just the farming guild in general, feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below. I will leave some more information also in the description of the video, leading to the wiki pages and also the different loot I got. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.
Wow.